I'm good. I just forgot to charge it.
You should. And that's for UofT. That's for Flamingos goal.
Alrighty. Apologies for those technical difficulties and welcome back to the Eastern Regional Championship featuring University of Toronto versus Flamingos. Here we have a bird of prey display from the Flamingos. Display. Never have I been more intimidated by a flamingo in my life than I have been at this moment. Welcome if you are just tuning in to the Eastern Regional Championship 2022 featuring our last matchup on the live stream pitch of the day, the University of Toronto versus the Flamingos.
Yep. It's a bit delayed though.
That's it. Yeah, we're good to go. Alrighty.
Final game of the day.
We want to thank all of you at home who've been tuning in, watching the action, cheering on your favorite teams, cheering on your favorite players. We'd also like to take this opportunity as we get ready for Brooms Up to thank our partners in this tournament. Sport Durham has been such a gracious host to us. We are returning here for our third time playing on this very field in our not too long history. Today our referees are being provided for by the University of McGill. University of Toronto collecting the quaffle to start this possession off. This is our first time that we're seeing the Flamingos on the live stream today. C'est un but pour les Flamingos. My sincere apologies, désolé pour mon français. If we do have any French viewers at home, I will do my very best to provide a bilingual broadcast for you today, but do apologize if my grammar isn't up to snuff. And so number 97 on University of Toronto, the keeper, is beat by an aggressive beating strategy from Flamingos. We do get a collection of the quaffle from the Flamingos. There was a very close scoring attempt there, but unfortunately the quaffle player wasn't able to finish. We have keeper number 14 bringing up the quaffle. Quick pass from. Looks like that was number 70. Apologies, viewers. I can't catch the jersey number of the player who delivered that assist. Numero 11, number 11, assisting on that play. That was truly an excellent catch and finish. And it looks like it is a quaffle turnover not a quaffle turnover rather, but a quaffle reset used by the University of Toronto. We see the University of Toronto chaser trying to cycle around, trying to find an opening, and unfortunately the ball is turned over to the keeper, number 14. We're hearing a call of no beaters from the bench from the Flamingos, but that was not true. The beater was coming up from behind, did prevent the breakaway, but unfortunately, when the University of Toronto collected that loose ball, the shot was just a little too low. So the score is 20-0 for the Flamingos.
Oh, sorry. I made a mistake there.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I made a mistake there.
All right, number 87, 87, finishing off with a middle hoop floater, bringing the score to 30 for the Flamingos. Number 97, Wills Nielsen, running all the way around the hoops, goes for the middle hoop for a shot. Unfortunately, the shot is tipped. And number 7 on the Flamingos, looking for an open receiver. Norbert on the Flamingos, I believe number 3, is able to prevent the quaffle from rolling out of bounds. Brings it in.
No.
Tries to dish it off for a no-look pass. Unfortunately, the receiver also was not looking, and the quaffle turns over. Wills Nielsen outrunning. 1, 2, 3 Flamingos, resulting in a goal. That is a goal for the University of Toronto. The score is 10-30.
Who's the score?
Number 97.
UofT.
By the way, it's gonna get really loud when it's just
Number 7, the keeper on the Flamingos, Amélie, is currently carrying the quaffle. Amélie currently looking for an eligible receiver, passes it off to number 93, who finishes it off with a decisive dunk. C'est un but pour les Flamingos. The score is 40-10.
better than without it.
To 10.
Is it on the my back? Sorry. Okay. Albert? Get Albert because I'm gonna yell. So I don't want to get nervous. No, I just
All right, Amélie, keeper, collects the loose quaffle.
15 minutes
Felix
remain!
Tremblay is beckoning for his keeper to follow him. Again, Amélie assisting to 93, who jukes over 2 Toronto players and scores it into the far left hoop. The score is 50-10 for the Flamingos.
Which goal?
7.
It was the same person as before, 7 to 97. Yeah.
93.
93, 7 to 93. That's right. All right, and University of Toronto getting beat out down in the Flamingos end zone. And number 27 on the Flamingos is looking to find an open shot, releases it just as she's taking the contact. University of Toronto once again losing the ball and exactly the same space. The beaters are really anticipating those passes. Number 27 is trying to make a no bludger drive. Oh, just shoots it just short of the hoop. But number 6 on the Flamingos collects the rebound, passes it off to 99, and that is another goal for the Flamingos. The score is 60-10.
No.
And we have a stoppage on the play.
Dog!
Can somebody please get him on a leash? I had bad feelings about that dog anyway.
We've got an errant dog on the pitch.
Number 37. Yellow card.
All right, so we have a yellow card for ignoring referee directive. Because the goal was scored, no time is being served on the penalty. So the score is still 60-10.
Yellow cards just went wide. Mindful.
All righty, and we are back. University of Toronto bringing up the quaffle. And is beat at midfield. Number 6 collects it, is also beat at midfield. Samuel Galarno, number 99, trying to strip the quaffle, does, but isn't able to get the shot off. University of Toronto blocking it. They're grappling for that ball. Samuel is beat, and the bludger has rolled off pitch, but University of Toronto is taking some time to collect it. It is their only bludger. We're seeing that Flamingos have been retaining bludger control for the vast majority of this game. Some very physical play from the Flamingos. Number 6 with back-to-back tackles. Samuel again getting beat when trying to collect that stray ball. Number 27 on the Flamingos is pressing high. She's also beat out. And number 14 on University of Toronto did not see that beater from behind them. And that would be a reset used for the Flamingos, if I'm not mistaken. The Flamingos beaters are creating a lot of chaos down by the University of Toronto hoops. But number 27, the keeper on the Flamingos, is being very patient, looking for an opening.
Really missed.
Came so close that quaffle just barely skirted the edge of the hoop, but it is a turnover for the University of Toronto. The score is still 60-10 here in our last game of the day. A call from the head referee, Ellie, who's saying that they have 5 seconds to cross the midline.
Yeah, just 5, then 3 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay, so give me the first block.
University of Toronto trying to once again send it to that bottom right corner of the field, but there's just a little bit too much pressure there. The ball goes out of bounds. Number, I believe, 14, the keeper on the Flamingos, Juliette, I believe is her name, if I'm not mistaken. Confirmation from the scorekeepers that Juliette is indeed her name. Does bring the quaffle up, gets it off to number 87. Ellie.
Stoppage of play.
There is a stoppage on the play. There is a stoppage on the play where there was potentially a concern of an injury sub being needed, but it looks like all is well. Number 87, Edgar Nalisang, I believe is his last name. Again, apologies for my mispronunciation of certain names, but we've seen Edgar make his presence known on the field today. Has scored, I believe, 3 goals in this game alone. Oh, just 2. Correction from the scorekeeper, just 2. So 1 short of making that a triple from Edgar. But he does sub out as a safety precaution. And so we now have the University of Toronto bringing up the quaffle. And Flamingos all over that midfield pass, getting off the beat, resulting in the midfield turnover. Juliette Guillard, number 14 keeper, assists for, we see a midfield high five from Juliette to her open receiver. Some great action here from the Flamingos players.
It's 80 to 10.
The score is 80 to 10 in favor of the Flamingos.
It's crazy. They're knocking it out of the park.
The Flamingos are the reigning... Can we get game time?
Yeah, sure. 10:47 past, so we're like 9 minutes something.
We are at just past the halfway mark of the quaffle period, according to our illustrious scorekeeper over by the score table here. You can't see them, but just assume that they're all doing a great job back here. All right, and Juliette Guillard once again bringing up the quaffle, really controlling the pace of play here. You love to see a keeper who can really feel confident with the ball, draws a lot of attention, passes it off to Amelin, number 0, to finish that off. A great assist from Juliette to Amelin. And Wills Nielsen, once again, number 97, looking to try and advance the ball with as much pace as possible. We are seeing a stoppage on the play, potentially for some unsafe conduct. Oh, no, it looks like we are once again trying to collect a ball that has gone very, very far off pitch. And so really just trying to ensure that the game clock isn't being wasted on players having to travel too far to collect the balls, especially on a day as windy as today. The score is 90-10 for the Flamingos, and we are at about 12 minutes of game time.
Alex said I could do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just make sure that the score sheet is good to go, and then you're good to go.
We're back. What's the time?
We're at 11:45.
Game time. Oh, 11:45?
Yes.
11:45.
Oh, game time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with 8 minutes left.
8:45. Okay, great. Thank you.
Some cheers for the referee for retrieving the bludger. Never let it be said that our referees don't work hard. And it looks like it is a goal for the University of Toronto, number 97, with a jump to dodge the bludger and then score straight through the middle hoop. And we have the beater on University of Toronto, UofT, trying to clean up a little bit of the chaos happening midfield. I think this is maybe the first time that we're seeing University of Toronto retain bludger control. Let's see if that gives them any sort of advantage here. And it looks like Felix Tremblay, number 15, did manage to regain the bludger. Unfortunately, the Flamingos did not score on that possession, so we are still at 90-20. And we do have a stoppage on the play here. Most likely it will be a card for a dangerous kick.
penalty box 30 seconds.
Yellow card.
The yellow card is
Toronto
1 minute.
number 20, dangerous kick.
All right. So we have a dangerous kick call for number 20, who will be serving minute in the penalty box. The quaffle does turn.
No, you got it right. Sorry.
The quaffle does turn over to the Flamingos. Guillaume passes it off to Juliette. Guillaume, you're back. Off broom. Tag in. There you go. And another stoppage in play. We have a lot of people who are playing their first or maybe second major tournament of the year here. Lots of people who are learning a extremely long rule book of rules. The rule book is well over 150 pages long, and so it does take a fair bit of work for new players to acclimatize to the number of expectations that are placed on them. All right, the call on the play is that the goal is no good. That means the score is still 90-20 for the Flamingos.
Because it was a bad goal.
I'm not sure.
Let's see if the University of Toronto chasers can anticipate that the Flamingos beaters like to be very creative with their positioning, often pinching from behind to try and create some turnovers in fast break situations. It may be that the University of Toronto often stretched the Flamingos just a little bit too thin. Wills Nielsen was able to outrun the vast majority of that defense and then get a shot off. That brings the score to 90-30 for the Flamingos. Norbert Bueno currently carrying the quaffle, number 3. The shot goes just a little too wide, and there is going to be an injury stoppage on the play.
Someone from France is watching.
Amazing. Oh, now we're gonna get judged for our French.
We're
Now
not.
we're gonna get judged.
All right, folks, and so we're just taking some time here due to an injury stoppage. The score is 90-30 for the Flamingos. And the game time is 14 minutes. So we have just 6 minutes left. 6 minutes qui dure, I think. Yeah. Some confirmation from some more fluent French speakers that 6 minutes is correct. And that's just 6 minutes left in the quaffle period. At the 20-minute mark, we will go into the snitch period. And that is when our esteemed seeker, Yang Ming Ma from McGill, will make his way onto the field. And so we're all very much looking forward to some snitch action here today. And it looks like the University of Toronto player who was injured is able to make his way off the field. He's able to put some weight on that injury, so we're feeling really happy that he's back and up on his feet. And play is going to resume down in the University of Toronto end of the hoops.
You give the 5-minute warning.
Yeah, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, 10 seconds.
Yeah, you got
And
it.
then
Count down from 10. Yeah.
No, I just count up.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, it's 10, 9, 8, not 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, it's 10, 11, 12, and then...
No, it's not.
All right, and University of Toronto in possession of the quaffle, bringing the quaffle up the field. We see that the Flamingos players are well set up in their defensive formation. I think once again looking to create a fast break opportunity. Number 72, David, on the Flamingos, is able to create a turnover. Norbert Bueno, number 3, running it up the field, doesn't see anyone to stop him, passes it off to number 6, who scores. The score is now 100-30 for the Flamingos. We are at 5 minutes remaining in the quaffle period. Oh no, it looks like Will Nielsen was able to dodge a midfield beat and almost gets the quaffle off, but is called beat by the referees. So we have Norbert Bueno in possession of the quaffle, looking for an eligible receiver. We see number 69 down at the bottom, the Flamingos calling for it, receives it, and is able to finish. The score is 110-30.
Did not catch that.
Was the goal good?
I hate this. 110 for the Flamingos. You don't have to track stoppages to play, I don't think.
I don't remember. I feel like I had to.
I don't think you did. So you're on in about, he'll be on in about 3.5 minutes, roughly.
All right, number 88 on the Flamingos has received a yellow card, carte jaune pour numéro 88. And that was for contact from behind. Dupont is the player's name. And the quaffle does turn over as a result of the card.
Is it, it's not 11-6. It's 11-3. There we go.
All right, the quaffle has turned over to the base of the hoops on the University of Toronto end. The keeper collects the quaffle and is bringing it up the field. We have almost 3 minutes left before the snitch goes on pitch. University of Toronto keeper, with a great block of the bludger, is able to send it to number 41 down, who does get beat. It is going to be called a pass after, I believe. We're going to see here what the call is. It may be that there's no call on the play. No, we see Ali Kalowitz.
Blue card for one.
Sure. Do you want to introduce yourself to the viewers at home?
Hello everyone, I'm Gabriel, the one that just got injured, so I'm going to be providing a complete unbiased commentary.
Gabriel was playing on the University of Toronto, and unfortunately his day did end a little early due to injury, but Gabriel, we're happy to have you with us on this side of the camera. The score is now 120-30 for the Flamingos. Gabriel, how do you think the University of Toronto team is faring right now? What are some things that they could be doing differently to maybe get a bit of an edge in this game?
Well, they can score more.
You heard it here first. If University of Toronto could score more, then you would be good to go.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's how it's
Are you? a goal again for the Flamingos. The score is 130-30. That pulls the Flamingos 10 points out of lead here.
I will consider the questionable goal.
Some potentially unbiased or maybe biased commentary from a University of Toronto player from behind the camera here.
Right.
What do you think is the most difficult part about playing the Flamingos? What's something that you think they've really excelled at in their game against
They
you?
really excel at the cheers. I think we have to work on that a little bit more.
He knows what he's doing.
What they have.
All right, yeah. So according to Gabriel, the cheering from the Flamingos may be providing them with somewhat of a competitive advantage. And I know we are joking a little bit here, but in fact, if anybody has played any kind of team sport, you'll know the energy from the bench does provide energy on the field. And so maybe University of Toronto wants to pick up the volume a little bit.
Chanting Amélie.
Chanting Amélie, Amélie, number 7, trying to cheer her on for a goal. Unfortunately, she was beat before, but you gotta love the attempt. Who on the University? Who's number 69 on University of Toronto?
69 is our new player in this regional. This is the first tournament. Leo, I forgot his name.
All right, number 69.
1 minute!
Leo.
Leo, yep. He's a very athletic player. He came from a spike ball community.
Oh.
Recently joined Quidditch. 41. Angie. Attempt to score. Fail. There's a fast break situation for the Flamingos.
And that is another goal for the Flamingos. So, number 69, Leo from the
30 seconds remain!
from the spike ball community, is trying his hand at keeping. It's a difficult position to learn when it's your first year playing, but I think he's really doing a commendable job here. Unfortunately, we did see that fast break return, so that does put the score at 140-30 for the
10,
Flamingos.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nope.
And unfortunately, University of Toronto was not able to get that goal off in time. That puts us at the 20-minute mark, the end of the quaffle period. We are about to get into the snitch period here and bring this game to a thrilling conclusion, I'm sure. Now, even though we do have a University of Toronto player behind,
And what you say?
we're doing our best to stay warm under the tent here.
How is it?
Speakers are on 10 seconds out.
We've been very lucky in that we've avoided any sort of rain or humidity today, which is great. We have some cheers for the snitch, amping up young Ming Ma, who the best snitch in Quidditch Canada, according to his captain, and some live stream interference courtesy of Marc Evrard from the Flamingos, a former Quidditch Canada Board of Director member, now focused exclusively on growing the Flamingos program. And I've got to say, he's been doing a wonderful job here as the captain of the team.
Are you praising me?
I might be. The Flamingos program surviving the pandemic, coming out here with a strong roster all the way from Montreal. And we're seeing a lot of new recruits on the Flamingos as well. So a lot of players here for whom this is their first Eastern Regional Championship, and they are doing truly a fantastic job today. The Flamingos are the top of the Eastern Division. They won at the Eastern Divisional Championship earlier in October. And so came into this tournament seeded, I believe, second overall, just under Valhalla, another competitive community program in Toronto.
30 seconds!
And that's a call from our head referee, 30 seconds before we are heading back to the pitch.
I said 30 seconds left.
And you got the vote.
That's fine, that's
Someone
fine.
said it was, never mind.
You're good, you're good.
Never mind.
I trusted you, John.
Sorry. Better make it through this without any rain.
All right, as we head back onto the field here, the time will be 20 minutes. And so there will be 5 minutes remaining in the snitch period. If the snitch is caught before the 5-minute mark, then that will bring us to potentially a 25-minute game. If Yang Ming Ma is able to last the 5 minutes, then a snitch catch will end the game instantly. Over here we have the Flamingos Seeker, number 69. Flamingo Seeker, can you let us know what your name is?
Antoine.
Antoine?
Yeah. Bourassa. Exact.
Antoine Bourassa will be seeking for the Flamingos. And a very competitive but friendly handshake from the Seeker. And we'll see here who is seeking for the University of Toronto in a moment. All right, and we have number 49. Number 49, what's your name? Sorry? Atisha? Atisha, number 49 on the University of Toronto, will be seeking for the University of Toronto. Not yet. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seekers released! The Seeker. Yeah, here, okay. All right, and Antoine Bourassa is making the first play for the Seeker here, for the snitch here rather. But we do see a stoppage on the play. Looks like it's going to be a yellow card for number 93.
There's so many booing that I can't hear what. Dangerous kick. He's a villain.
It's going to be a yellow card for number 93 for a dangerous kick. Number 93, if you could just head right over here so that you're ready to run back to your hoops once it is time for you to go. And play has resumed. University of Toronto in possession of the quaffle. The score is still 140-30. And so if University of Toronto can score here, oh, the shot just goes a little too low. The quaffle is being retrieved. Flamingos and University of Toronto Seekers have pushed Yang Ming Ma, the snitch, all the way into the end of the University of Toronto zone. All right, number 27, keeper on the Flamingos in possession of the quaffle, is looking to find a receiver. Number 11 does collect the loose quaffle. And it looks like the play. It looks like the University of Toronto was able to make a stop there.
I didn't catch it exactly. I kind of.
All right, we have a seeker sub for Edgar. So Edgar, number 87, is the current seeker for the Flamingos. We've also had a seeker sub from University of Toronto, so now it's number 37 will be seeking for the University of Toronto. Number 27 on the Flamingos, currently in possession of the quaffle, passes it off to number 0, Amelin Guillaume, who is looking for an opening here. Jukes left, Jukes right. Doesn't see any resistance, and almost floats it in. But unfortunately for them, the University of Toronto keeper was able to get a hand on that.
Is it still 140?
The score is still 140-30.
Hasn't been a snitch.
Has not yet been a goal in the snitch period. And no goal for the University of Toronto. They came close with that dunk, but it did just go a little bit too low. So we've got 2:30 remaining.
Left to snitch play.
2 minutes, 30 seconds. We are halfway through the snitch period. Oh! That snitch tail is finicky. Number 69, Antoine Bourassa, almost had a hand on that, but unfortunately the snitch tail slipped just out of his fingers. We still have not yet had a goal during this snitch period. And it looks like beaters on both teams are focusing more on quaffle play than they are on the seeker play. Another stop for the Flamingos. Number 14, Juliette, is looking for somebody who can catch that pass. Norbert was almost in position, did get beat out. And it's now number 87, Edgar, who is...
Look where you're standing.
It looks like there was almost a catch from Edgar, but because the snitch was out of bounds, are you okay? Because the snitch
1 minute of snitch play.
Because the snitch was out of bounds, that catch has also just been called off by the snitch referee. And still scoreless during this snitch period. Not a goal has made it onto the score sheet yet. University of Toronto going wide with that pass. The quaffle is out of bounds. Quaffle turns over.
"30 seconds left to snitch play."
5 minutes over, sir.
30 seconds.
We got, wait for it. 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we have reached the extra time portion of the game. That means if the snitch is caught in the next 5 minutes, the snitch catch will end the game.
And today's edition of the
Yang Ming Ma making quite a show out there, really giving the viewers at home something to watch. We have a new seeker. We have a new seeker for the Flamingos, and we do have a stoppage. We have a stoppage with a potential catch here. Felix Tremblay did make a catch, but we're about to see here if the catch is going to be called off. It looks like we may need a seeker sub, or a snitch sub rather. We're about to find out here. Stay tuned. The catch is good. It looks like the catch was made just before the snitch went down. That means the score is 175-30, and that is the end of the game. We're about to see here if Ellie is going to make the final call.
catch for the Flamingos.
We're in. No, Ellie. How much time is left?
Well, we went to overtime.
We're in extra time.
Wait, I thought we were done.
There was 5 minutes.
No.
Oh my god.
The game is over. Some confusion from the players who may not have caught the time.
It's 40. Ellie, did you call 30 or 40? Did you call 30 or 40?
30.
Okay.
It says 30 here. So
Can we look at the score sheet?
it says 30 here.
Yeah, there is. It's just 3 goals for
Okay,
University.
so for whoever's timekeeping, you need to
All
announce
right.
4,
Thank
3,
you
2,
all
1,
the
this
viewers
will be
at
the
home for
switch period.
tuning in
30
for
seconds.
this live stream. That brings us to the end of day 1. We will be live streaming this pitch all day long tomorrow. Thank you, Sport Durham's. Thank you, City of Oshawa. Congratulations, Flamingos, for a decisive victory. And we are very much looking forward to having you here with us tomorrow. Watch the Flamingos, University of Toronto, and our remaining Eastern teams compete for the Eastern Regional Championship. I've been your commentator, Yara Kodersha.